Good morning, evening, or night, everyone. My name is Emiliano Varela, and today, with my partner Majo, we are going to talk about the big old Texas. Today, we're going to talk to you about a region that has changed several times and has been the setting for major historical events. Texas, from its early settlements under Spanish rule to its annexation by the United States and its role in the Civil War, the history of Texas is marked by struggle, independence, and transformation. So, for starters, we're going to talk about the history of Texas. It all begins in the late 16th century, when Spain claimed the region of Texas as part of its empire. Over the following centuries, the Spanish established missions with two main goals: to evangelize the native people and to control the territory against foreign threats. After several centuries under Spanish rule, Mexico gained its independence in 1821, and Texas became a part of the new country, specifically within the Mexican state of Coahuila and Texas. Over time, tensions began to grow between the American settlers living in Texas and the Mexican government. In 1836, tired of the lack of support from the central government, these settlers decided to rebel. That's when they declared the independence of Texas, forming the Republic of Texas. For nearly 10 years, Texas existed as an independent nation with its own government, flag, and foreign relations. In 1845, Texas was annexed by the United States, becoming the 28th state in the Union. This action was not well received by Mexico, leading to the Mexican American War. The war ended in 1848 with the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, which not only confirmed the annexation of Texas but also established the current border between the two countries. Later, during the Civil War in 1861, Texas joined the Confederate States. However, after the South's defeat in 1865, Texas was readmitted into the United States by the Union, closing another important chapter in its history. As we can see, the history of Texas is full of political changes, conflicts, and transformations. From being a Spanish colony to becoming a key part of the United States, Texas has always been a land of transition and struggle. Thank you very much for your attention.
Well, hi, my name is Majo, and this is the part of culture about Texas. Texas is the most populous state in the south central region of the United States. It borders Louisiana to the east, Arkansas to the northeast, Oklahoma to the north, New Mexico to the west, and it has an international border with the Mexican states of Chihuahua, Coahuila, Nuevo León, and Tamaulipas to the south and southwest. Historically, Texas cultures come from a blend of mostly southern, Dixie, western frontier, and southern Mexican Anglo fusion influences varying in degrees of such from one interested region to another. A popular food item is a breakfast burrito. Um, the internationally known slogan "Don't mess with Texas" began as an anti-littering advertisement since the campaign's inception in 1986. The phrase has become an identity statement and a declaration of Texas swagger. Texas was the largest U.S. state until Alaska became a state in 1959. The phrase "everything is bigger in Texas" has been in regular use since at least 1950s. Okay, we pass with the music facts. For example, Houston is the only five American cities with permanent professional resident companies in all major performing art disciplines: Houston Grand Opera, Houston Symphony Orchestra, the Houston Ballet, and the Alley Theater. Okay, it's a lot of facts, but we pass with sport facts about Texas. Texas joins the rodeo. Also, the rodeo is an international is a estatal sport in Texas. The world's first rodeo was hosted in Pecos, Texas. The annual Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is the largest rodeo in the world. The Southern Exposition and Livestock Show in Fort Worth is the oldest continuous running rodeo incorporating many of the state's most historic traditions into the annual events. And Dallas hosts the State Fair of Texas each year at Fair Park. Then we have the Motorsports. Texas Motorsport Speedway hosts annual NASCAR Cup Series, IndyCar Series auto races since 1997, and since 2012, Austin's Circuits of the Americans plays host to the round of a Formula One World Championship. Within the Big Four professional leagues has two NL teams, the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans, two MLB teams, the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers, three NBA teams, the San Antonio Spurs, the Houston Rockets, and the Dallas Mavericks. There are several sports there, but there I don't know what sports is, so they are the main sports in Texas, I think. Following to the slides, we have the government facts. The current Texas Constitution was adopted in 1876. Like many states, it explicitly provides for the separation of powers. The state's Bills of Rights is much larger than its federal counterpart and has provisions unique to Texas. Texas has a plural executive branch system limiting the power of the governor, which is a weak executive compared to other states, except for the Secretary of State's voters elect executive officers independently. Candidates are directly answerable to the public, not the governor. This election system has led to some executive branches split between parties and reduced the ability of the governor to carry out a program. Well, next, continue with the slides. We have the documentation, and it just sent only two images. The first one is the Texas Capitol, and the other one is imagine for a rodeo. And it's cowboys with a ball and something like that. Okay, for the last slide, we have fun facts about Texas. For example, Bugs Bunny catchphrase "What's up, Doc?" originated in Dallas. A time capsule in Texas contains a passbook to the bank account expected to be worth 1 quadrillion by the time it opens in 2968. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are considered the American sweethearts. Is the most beautiful, no more not the most, but it's one of the beautiful women's in her teams, and is the most popular team in cheerleaders in the United States. And the colors used of Texas flag are the exact same as those used on the American state flags. And nearly the century and a half later, from 1685 to 1619, France established a settlement in Texas by mistake, as French explorers believed they had reached the Mississippi River. And with this, we concluded the big old Texas. And thank you for your attention and bye.